Hi guys, what's going on? Long time no video. I was gonna say long time no see, but I probably did run into a few of you at the conference last week. This is what this video is about, the conference. I wanted to just kind of share how it went, what went on. I've seen some people on Facebook kind of bashing it, saying it's just a chance for content creators to get together and pat each other on the back, things like that. There is an award show at the end, on the last night at the end, to recognize people who have put in lots of hard work. Not everybody just sits down in front of a camera and starts talking. Some people put a lot of effort, a lot of time into their videos, their production. They're out doing experiments, they're working hard, and there's nothing wrong with recognizing people for their hard work. There's other people talking about the cost of the conference, and I agree, it is a little expensive. I was kind of shocked last year when I learned that the ticket price had doubled from 2017. But to be fair, I mean, yes, it is a lot of money, but you have an entire year, if you really want to come, to budget for that over the next 51 weeks, if you're interested. If you still can't afford it, if you can just get to the hotel where the conference is at. I met lots of people last year and this year who just came to the hotel to hang out, and just hanging out is probably my primary reason for attending the conference. Where else are you going to go to a meetup that has 800 flat earthers? It doesn't happen. This is the biggest gathering of flat earthers in probably at least a century. I mean, you really can't put a price on that. I mean, the hotel was huge. It was a convention center. It wasn't just a hotel. It was huge convention center. Lots of room. Mad Mike Hughes had his rocket there. However you feel about that, the steam-powered thing. There was a lot of stuff there. A lot of good workshops. There was one by Authentic Intent about flat earth activism, getting out and talking to people on the street, trying to spread the truth about flat earth. There was one about flat earth and the Bible. I think it's Nathan Robertson. There's a lot of Nathans in the flat earth movement. If I'm sure you know at least one or five. His thing, Bible says earth is flat. He's got these t-shirts with the Bible, and it says Bible says flat earth. I went to his workshop. That was really good. There was a debate between Rob Skiba and I believe his name's Robert Sangenis, who is a Catholic geocentrist. I think Rob did an excellent job. There is a lot, but, I heard someone say they're preaching to the choir, which is true. I mean, I'm a flat earther. I know the earth is flat. There is no actual factual scientific evidence that shows that we're on a spinning ball. There just is none. It's all theoretical. Flat earth is demonstrable, provable. You can measure flat distances. There is no curvature. There is no motion. The earth is flat. So, yes, you're preaching to the choir. But that's not why I go. I don't go to necessarily. I mean, if there's something new, somebody has some new, a new experiment, a new something they've discovered, a new proof, that's interesting to see. But I go to the conference to meet other flat earthers. And this year, I was kind of torn this year, because last year I met a lot of great people, had a great time. This year, a lot of the same people are there, and you want to sit down, you want to spend time with your old friends from last year, you want to catch up. which I did a little bit, but this conference was even bigger than last year, so there's even more people there to meet. And I said it last year, if you saw that video, you could not swing a dead globe head without hitting a flat earther. There were so many flat earthers there, and it was awesome. You see a lanyard from the conference, you grab that person and start talking to them. You have something huge in common with every single flat earther there. Hey, you know the truth, you're aware of the deception, and you have that in common. You can sit down and talk to anybody, which is not something I would normally do. I'm not a really outgoing people person, but there I know I can talk to people because of what we all have in common. I wanted to say thank you to some people who pulled me aside and thanked me for my content. Some of my early videos, one of them in particular, got picked up by ODD, and he put that in his Epic Deception video. I wanted to thank him, ODD, Matt, for doing that. I think his videos usually get more, I think the Epic Deception got more views in its first week than my videos have gotten in 2 years. So he's responsible for getting my face out there, my story, and the people came up and thanked me for my videos, and I really appreciated that. It made me feel good that people, that I made a difference in their awakening. I'll put some pictures in to this video of the people I remembered to take photos with. I'm not a part of the selfie generation, so whipping out my phone and snapping a selfie is not exactly second nature, third, fourth nature. I like to take photos, flat earth proof, sunrise, sunset, things like that, but I don't often turn the camera on myself. So there was a guy named Nelson. I either got a picture, or I got a name, or I forgot the name and got a picture, or something like that. I wish I had gotten a picture with Nelson. I wanted to thank you. Michaela and Michaela's mom. I got a picture, but I forgot Michaela's mom's name. Someone else, I got pictures, but forgot names. I'm sorry, but I want to thank you. It means a lot to me that you came up and thanked me for my content, and I appreciate that. Next year's conference is in Dallas, Texas. I'm planning on going. I don't know how much it's going to cost next year, but I have a whole year to budget for that. They announce them a year ahead of time. If you really want to go, you know, I'm not good at budgeting financially. I suck at that. Usually I just put everything on a credit card and then work to get it paid off before the next conference. So anyway, I guess that's all I wanted to say. If you have a chance to go, you should find a way to go, because local meetups are cool. We have one here in the Kansas City area, and I think our biggest one was about 30 people, and that was like a one-time thing. That was our max. Max Haskins was the first flat earther I met here in Kansas City. ODD used some of his stuff in that same Epic Deception video. I got to meet Max. And that was really cool. If you remember the first flat earther that you ever talked to in person, it's kind of crazy. I was thinking about that the other day. We sat down together. My wife came along too, and Max was sitting there and was like, "So, the earth is actually flat. Everything we've been taught is a lie." Wow. It's just like, that's kind of the thing that you have in common with everybody at the conference. It's a big thing that you can all relate to. And if you have a chance, you should go. You really should. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I think it's kind of inspired me to get out, try to get the word out. Someone came up with a pamphlet this year to hand out to people. Had a lot of proofs and stuff, like bubbles in space, things for people to check out. Like if you're on the street and you hand somebody this little brochure thing, this little pamphlet. I mean, it takes 5 minutes to look at. It's not going to kill you to read this, you know, see what you think. It's a good way to get the word out, the flat earth word. I think I'm going to look into getting some of those printed up. I am on Instagram, if you didn't know. If you want to check out my Instagram, I post pictures. And I have t-shirts that I made. And some people have accused flat earthers of being in it for the money. That's funny. We don't sell enough t-shirts to even pay for our website monthly. We're losing money on that, but I like t-shirts, and sometimes I buy my own t-shirts. Actually, I do. But anyway, that website, I can put a link. It's flat-bydesign.com. We also have a website that's basically just information. There's no ads, no nothing. That costs us monthly to run. It is testtheglobe.com. It's something you could share with people. Or I ordered some business cards from Vistaprint, and I got a little rubber stamp, self-inking stamp, and I stamp. Don't tell the Federal Reserve this, but I stamp all my money. This is testtheglobe.com. So anyway, if you want to use it, share it with people. Testtheglobe.com. Check it out first. See what you think. It's basically, my wife did most of the work. I worked on a couple of pages. That my wife did most of it. She's the one who can sit down and figure stuff out. If you know, I have a hard time. But anyway, thank you. If I met you at the conference, thank you. Hope to see you next year in Dallas. Love, truth, and flat earth. See you guys later.